From Las Vegas, live at Lamar Theater, podcast starring actor Jean-Claude Lamar, producer Eureka Black.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of Live at the Lamar Theater here in Las Vegas. My name is Jean-Claude Lamar, my co-host, Eureka. And we've got an exciting episode for you today. All right. And as you can see, we've got some seats lined up here because we're going to bring, well, some special guests,
Yes,
Eureka.
absolutely.
These gentlemen have been a stable part of our Las Vegas business for quite some time, right?
Yes, from the very beginning.
Yeah, it's the guys from Black Magic Live.
Yeah.
Ladies, relax. Just
Go crazy.
They'll be fully clothed. Don't worry about it. Okay, they'll have their clothes on. So don't get too excited. But I'm excited because this is the first interview that
Yes.
we're having with these guys. And
Yes.
they're hugely popular.
Hugely popular. And you know, what's great about finally having them on here is that they are a band of brothers. They are brothers, and they're like our younger brothers now. So I'm excited to share this platform.
And you'll get an opportunity to see their camaraderie. And I got to tell you, maybe you could walk us through a little bit for the sake of our audience, a little bit about the history of the show. How did this Black Male Review show, the only one, by the way, in Las Vegas, came to be? How did that-
Yes. Well, yes, like he wasn't there. But yes, we will pretend that you were not there. we
can.
we did a movie called Chocolate City. Chocolate City, Jean-Claude directed, I produced.
Oh,
and
I did. Directed
That was you.
That was me. Yeah.
It says directed by
Who wrote
Jean-Claude
it? Who
Lamar.
wrote it?
Jean-Claude Lamar.
Woo!
Who produced it? Jean-Claude Lamar and myself.
That's right.
So we produced this film called Chocolate City, which was a huge hit for us, starring Tyson Beckford, Vivica Fox, Robert Richard, D. Ray Davis, just so many people, Michael Jai White. And that movie took off and sort of took on a life of its own. And we're still living in Chocolate City. You know, from there...
It spawned a TV
television show
for Lifetime.
called Vivica's Black Magic, which was sort of based on what it is that we're doing now.
Yeah. So essentially, after the movie's success, we actually received a call from Lifetime Network, put together sort of a male review business.
Yeah.
Whereas the movie was a movie, this was a business, and Vivica and you were partners running this business for television, and it kind of spawned a live entertainment version of the movie, of the show. And how long have you been here? How long is this?
We have been here since 2017.
2017,
Yes.
folks. 2017. Oh, wow.
Off of one show. It was just Black Magic Live. We now have a theater with multiple shows, but for many years it was just Black Magic Live. That was the show that kept us all going.
Yeah. And so we're going to have them on to talk to, because we've been getting a lot of emails. When are you going to interview the guys? And we want to see the guys.
They always want to see the guys.
We're tired of hearing you, JC. We know. When can we see some real buff guys? And by the way, just so you guys know, I also host the show.
Yes.
I'm the host, and I always tell the guys, I'm really the show. The show is me. You guys are just decoration.
He actually says this.
No, seriously. It's my comedy. It's my stuff. The ladies love me. They never tell me this. This is all just.
You just feel it. It's just in the.
It's vibrational. It's stuff that I feel, and sometimes. By the way, we get a lot of older women that come to the show, right?
Oh yeah, tons.
A lot of
tons. Yeah.
We had an 87-year-old.
Yeah, that's not even at the top of the list.
Yeah, we've had some older ladies, and I can tell you right now, I'm Mr. Popular with the older ladies.
That's
right?
actually very true.
No, true. The 70-year-olds, there's
love him.
Something about me.
I can't. If you had $1 for every time you heard, "I will eat you alive,"
and they mean it. Hey, let me tell you something. It's the scariest thing in the world when an older Christian woman walks up to you and goes,
don't do that.
I can taste.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm in the DJ booth and I see it happening.
I'm like,
I'm cracking up.
hey, calm down. You're somebody's grandmother.
It is hilarious.
Relax.
You know, now that you're on it, I don't think I've actually verbalized, but I am so excited, and I've always been excited to have you hosting the show. I had to convince Jean-Claude to be the host of this show, and we've gotten some feedback from, every now and then someone go, hey, why don't you have a woman host the show? We've tried it. I've tried hosting the show, and the guys like it when I host the show, but the audience really resonates with a male host, with your particular personality. So thank you. I appreciate
I don't know
your
what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, pal.
Wow.
But I got to tell you, I enjoy hosting it. And yes, it was at their behest. Because
you fought me to
I didn't want to do it because I'm busy. I'm writing scripts. I'm working on this. I'm working on, hosting a show. And hosting a show with all of this testosterone in the backdrop.
Yeah, you never really explained why you didn't want it. Was it the traveling, or was it that you just felt like, you weren't buff enough?
Y'all couldn't afford me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. There's nothing
It's
complicated.
your business.
There's nothing complicated about it. It wasn't, some philosophical.
How we couldn't afford? You mean you couldn't afford yourself?
I couldn't afford
It's your
me.
business.
Okay, I charge. Okay, I charge, and I spoke to myself. I made myself an offer.
You negotiated your contract.
And myself rejected the offer. And until finally they wooed me in. Wooed me in. Finally, I said, okay, fine. You guys, I'll host the show.
It took a little coaxing, a little
massage.
I had to court him. I had to take him out to dinner. Had to pay for it.
Yeah. And they finally convinced me. And Jesse did a good job as well, convincing me.
Yes,
hey,
thank
go
God.
out and do it. Go out and do it. But I got to tell you guys, honestly, it is one of the more popular shows here at the theater. It's a lot of fun. And we always say, and I say when I'm hosting the show, this is a celebration. I mean, it's not people think, if you've been to a male review show, sometimes it feels very theatrical in a way,
Okay, male review show, as in a Vegas show. They now use the term review
for everything.
Yeah.
Male review shows tend to be really structured and kind of, I don't know.
Cookie cutter almost.
Yeah.
They all have the same template.
Yeah, and so we decided when we came out here with the show to kind of make it a little different. And the way we decided to do this was actually to make the show more interactive. Mm-hmm. And as time went on, we decided, hey, we're getting the interaction, the ladies are having a great time, how about we just turn it into a party?
It is.
And the show is a celebration.
Yes.
And it's a celebration of women.
Yes.
It's a celebration of
black men as well, and their sexuality.
Yeah, black men.
I love something you say in the documentary that we play before every show is that, when you come here, the black male sexuality or experience of the black male sexuality is no longer taboo. It's not scary. It's not, overwhelming. It's just fun and sexy.
A little thing here.
Well, thank you. Just a little wardrobe.
Wardrobe. But to your point, I do think that you are absolutely right. We wanted to bring something new to Vegas, and this show was sort of our entry into the Vegas entertainment scene.
Yes, and it was challenging. Not to cut you off, but it was a little challenging because you have to, coming into a city like Las Vegas, there's just so much history, and it's still, like we said earlier, it's a new city. It's still growing. So bringing in such entertainment like Black Magic Live, and crowds of black women coming in and out of the building. We were on the Strip at one point. Sometimes, others aren't quite sure what to make of it,
Yeah, I can tell you this. This, and I've heard it from the city,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it from patrons, I've heard it from locals, that this show was a healthy a breath of fresh air. And the city needed it, and our business with that particular show has been quite robust, for lack of a better word.
Absolutely.
And we'll be going on tour real soon, by
Real
the
soon,
way.
2024.
2024.
We are coming near you.
We're coming to a city
Yes.
near you, so make sure you guys keep an eye out
Yes,
on
and by
that.
the way, just go to www.blackmagiclive.com if this is your first time hearing about it, or if you're interested in getting tickets, because it's a night you don't want to miss.
It's a good show. It's a good show. So I wanted to ask you, how was your week? What did you do this week? How was the theater running the place?
You know what? I am feeling super rejuvenated today because it's like it's always been. It was a great week. This was such a fun week. Everybody just was on the same vibe, like it was pre 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was everybody did their job to the best of their ability.
You mean
everybody-
staff and cast?
Staff and cast.
Okay.
The cast, all the shows, there was not one single hiccup. The
Okay.
energy in the dressing room was just, back to normal.
Oh,
And it was
nice,
fun. Yeah,
nice.
everybody just, I guess the tail end of the month, everybody's like, okay, everything's in line, all the
Okay.
house and everything, home life is situated, and we just had a great time. We hung out this weekend. I invited the Black Magic Live and Black Girl Magic all out, and we had a great time.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so fun.
Okay, so wait,
Did a
so
little
you
bonding.
do take the cast out
Yes,
occasionally? You go-
absolutely. Whenever we can, because we're always here. But whenever we can,
You go
we
out?
love to catch up.
Did you guys
And it's so
catch
important.
any shows in Vegas while you're here?
You
Did
know
guys
what?
go?
Some of the things that we have done together. I took some of the ladies out to see Fantasy, which is another female burlesque show. It's a white burlesque show.
How was it?
It's a great show. Great show. It's a huge production. And they have been here a long time. Fantasy has been here such a long time. There's been other shows like, Rouge and Sexy by Anita Man. And it was just a great production. Everyone sort of looks the same. That's the only difference. Or one
Okay.
of the main differences between.
Yeah, I've seen their billboards
Yeah.
around town, and it's all sort of real statuesque.
Yes.
Pretty
They're all tall,
white women.
slim,
Yeah.
and built, petite but tall, and yeah, they're all very beautiful though.
Okay,
Very
and
beautiful.
and do they? I have never seen the show. Is it I heard it's topless. Is it?
It is a topless show.
Okay.
It is a topless show. So every set, it's boobylicious.
Okay, okay.
It's boobylicious, but they're very petite boobs. So
they're
gotta,
petite boobs.
Gotta,
Okay,
you gotta,
petite boobs.
pay attention. So you can see
Okay,
'em, yeah.
and so they dance the entire show.
The entire show.
with no boot.
Yeah,
bare
and
chest.
they come out and first it's covered up and then it's pow, and they do a little fun thing and then it stays off.
Okay.
I've met a couple of the ladies from that show.
Kind of like
They're so nice.
So it's boobs, open, everything.
Yes.
The whole shebang. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Kind of like how you are now.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm actually beyond boobylicious today.
I'm kidding. You look fine. You look
Thank
great.
you,
look
thank you.
great.
'Cause I was really self-conscious
You-
earlier,
you
so
look- you
now I'm
look
gonna
self-
just keep.
She was self-conscious earlier. She was like, "Hey, I just don't want to make sure my thing doesn't
Lord.
come off and blah blah." I'm like, you look fine. You look
Thank
fine.
you.
So you go out
We're
to
kind of
see.
matching, actually.
Oh, look at this. Look.
Okay.
And by the way, for those of you,
I see what
Hold on.
happened there.
For those of you who might be paying attention, I'm wearing red today. Okay, I had the blue. The blue was a little different. By the way, I have an entire collection
Yeah,
of
he
these.
does.
It's for the show that I host. I have an entire collection of these things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking for more. So if you know, I'm trying to go a little mauve.
Mauve.
Yeah. I don't want purple. Mauve.
Okay.
Is what I'm looking for. So
right.
if we can find something in that
I
space.
like these because they kind of change color.
By the way, yeah, they do change colors. So if you kind of
It goes from
do
black.
that,
Well, it
you
changes
kinda-
two colors: black and then the color you see.
All right,
there.
okay,
Yeah.
folks. All right.
The
Nothing.
girls during the show like to touch on it.
The old
They love
ladies,
it.
the old ladies that
They're-
grab me.
Listen.
They love doing this.
Listen, I need my old ladies.
Okay.
Come on over.
So-
But this was a great week, and we've gone out. We've seen shows together. We go out together. We host parties, different nightclubs. In fact, in a few hours, tomorrow afternoon, we've got brunch to celebrate Victoria from Black Girl Magic's birthday. So everybody's gonna go out to brunch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get an invitation.
You're always invited, but you always say no.
See, and that's the thing, right?
Someone's always too busy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I do. You know, when you're in Vegas, you got to do a little gambling when you're in Vegas. So
what
half the
it's
time,
about.
I'm either at playing blackjack on my spare time, the little time that I've got,
Yeah.
or I'm playing poker. I'm a semi-decent poker
You're
player.
okay.
I'm a semi-decent
Yeah,
poker player. But again, getting back to your week.
Yeah.
So you went out did some shows.
Yeah.
Your staff is everybody's on the same page.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why you've been glowing and having
Everybody's back to normal.
Everyone's back to normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's back to normal. I'm
Okay.
telling you, it's that every now and then, it's just, especially November. November in Las Vegas is one of the slowest months throughout the year, and that's across the board. And then on top of that, we had F1 this
That
past
kinda
month.
messed it up.
And it just throws everyone from the traffic getting to work. It's just like,
Enough.
not today.
So I do have a little bone to pick, not with you,
Oh,
but with just some of the producers that produce shows
Okay.
in the city. So let me kind of give you guys a little background. So there are roughly about 300 show options that the average person who travels to Vegas has.
yes.
You literally have
I'm
300.
sorry, it used to be 300. Post-COVID, it is now about just shy of 200. 200.
Okay, so it's about 200
Yeah.
plus
Still, yeah.
shows here in Las Vegas. And if you're coming out to Vegas, you want to see a show, you've got that many options. And we opened up our theater with very specific goals in mind.
Yes.
We were very intentional about making this a theater with black production.
Yeah.
The reason being, and it's got nothing to do with race per se, it's because it was lacking. And if it's lacking and there's a void in the marketplace,
Yes, the smart business thing to do is fill that void.
that is correct. I did it with my film career.
Yes.
You know, I 99.9% of my films are aimed at a black audience.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's enough white filmmakers in Los Angeles
Yeah.
that can make white movies.
Right, right.
And they do. And also,
And I'm going to make what I know.
that is, absolutely. I know. I don't know what life is like
Yeah.
living as a white person, but I do know what it's like
How to
living
tell a
as
black story.
black story. And I've got a
Absolutely.
lot of black stories, and I've made a lot of films about those stories. Now, so we came out here very intentional and started putting these productions up. Now, keep in mind there are other producers
Yes.
watching and seeing what it is you're doing.
Absolutely.
And there's one producer
Who shall remain nameless.
who shall remain nameless, who, he just seems to be obsessed with our theater.
That's an accurate word to use. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
There isn't a show that we put up here that, and he produces shows too,
Yes.
but it's almost kind of like he's watching what we're doing.
He goes, how do I do that here?
How do I do that
Where I am.
where I am?
Yeah.
Now, listen, it's an open market. I don't particularly have a problem with that. My only issue is you can't try to do the exact same thing that we're doing. It's kind of like,
strange.
Listen, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Coming to America,
Yeah.
and the guy who plays Eddie Murphy's dad
Uh-huh.
goes out and creates McDowell's.
Yeah, McDowell's.
McDonald's,
Yeah.
okay? Mirroring it after McDonald's. That's essentially what this producer is doing.
Yeah.
Every week, we put up a new show.
Literally.
We put up a new
Every week.
show. We put up, we put up Black Magic Live,
They attended.
Mail Review.
That one, yeah.
In a week, he'll have
Yeah.
chocolate chip.
Yeah.
He'll have,
But, they don't have the secret sauce.
that's the
we
thing.
got that.
That's the thing. You got to have the secret sauce.
You've got to have the secret
and
sauce.
and it's just so irritating. And this week actually, we spoke about this.
Yeah.
He put up he's got a Tina Turner show
Yeah.
that he's now.
He actually changed the name of an existing show to be Tina Turner.
After we launched our Tina Turner show a month ago, which has been doing phenomenal, by the way. And if you guys
doing great.
have not, by the way,
it is a good show.
Listen, I know a lot of you guys. I say this all the time. I go, hey, this is my favorite show. This is my favorite show. This is my favorite show.
What do you say? I mean,
it literally is.
It's a great show.
The Tina Turner tribute show here at the Lamar Theater is one of my favorite shows, and I will say this unabashedly.
Yes.
It is a fact.
It is.
The entertainment, the talent,
energy, the interaction, the time and effort to portray Tina Turner and facts about her, and it's a very good show.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Very good show.
And we're very, very excited to have that show here. And so what I think
Speaking of you, I've got to tell you where to go. I mean, we can't talk about it and they don't know where to go. TinaTurnerVegas.com. TinaTurnerVegas.com or at the LamarTheater.com. You can see that show.
She's always on her plugs. Always on there. That's right. Lead them to action. There you go. But again, producing shows here, and one of the things I'm thinking about doing, just to use as sort of a I forget what they use this in it's a term they use in the war.
Okay.
Where you sort of, your enemy thinks you're here, and so you kind of use a little
like a little bait.
A bait.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not the military term.
Decoy.
Decoy. That's the term.
Decoy.
Look at you, officer.
Check out the big brain on bread.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So decoy, and I'm thinking about creating like a pet show.
Okay.
Okay. Now hear me out. Hear me out. This is my plan. This is my big. I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
So we launch a pet show. Mm-hmm. So it's one guy that has all these pets. He's got a parrot.
Okay.
He's got like a goldfish.
Okay.
He's got like a little pet monkey.
Okay.
He's got like a dog.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like 4 or 5 pets.
Okay. Does he have a turtle?
No, there's no turtles in this show. But
damn.
those are, it doesn't. I'm very serious about this, Eureka. I'm serious right now.
Okay, he's got 5 pets. Go ahead, no turtle.
Listen, if you don't want to hear this, it's okay,
I
man.
do.
No,
Come on, JC, go ahead.
Yeah, come on. This takes a lot of energy.
Okay.
I thought about this because I'm tired of producers poaching on our ideas.
Okay, tell me. I'm all ears.
So we launched this show. Now, we have to find someone who's in on it, because I don't want to hire a guy and then have to fire him, but because he's actually being used as a decoy.
Got it.
It's not a real show.
Okay.
It's a real show, but he's going to be here temporarily.
Okay.
Okay. So I bring him in, and he's got the goldfish jumping out of the fish tank.
Into another fish tank?
Into another fish tank.
Okay.
Stuff like that. He's got the parrot going, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened?
Okay.
That's the only thing I need the parrot to say. What the hell just happened? What the hell? So the goldfish. Then the monkey is in the back, like doing something absurd, like just scratching his ass, like in the back, like just a monkey messing around. And then
just a monkey messing around. Just monkeying around.
Yeah. And then I've seen a lot of not the dog. I'm sorry, it was a cat. So then the cat, while the monkey's doing his business in the back, we've got the cat, and I've seen a lot of these very popular on YouTube, where the cat is just slapping him in the head.
Oh, cats love to slap people.
Bop, bop,
Okay.
bop. Okay, that's the show. That's the show, and the show goes on for about 30,
So
40.
you just watch this guy with his... So you're just watching his madness with pets?
Well, no, pet shows are very popular. They're very popular.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not. This isn't something I just thought about that's never been done before. These pet shows are very popular.
Okay.
So we scheduled the show for like 5 p.m.
Okay.
Those shows are usually
a little earlier, so you bring the family.
A little family. It's a family show. Mm-hmm. And then we pack the place with actors.
Okay.
Okay? So it's going to cost a couple of bucks, but it's okay. We just negotiated a new contract. SAG. So we bring them in here. Boom. Yay, rousing show.
Okay.
I might even get one of my friends who works in media to do an article on it.
Okay.
How it's such an amazing, revolutionary show, right? Mm-hmm. And then just sit and wait
for them to create.
For them to go and create
another pet show.
Exactly like that. Because he's not just going to create, he's going to create exactly our show.
It's a lot of energy.
And no, it's not. I mean, listen, he's created the Tina show, he's created the male review
No, I'm
show.
saying for us to make a decoy show.
No. I can tell you right now, if he goes and does that show, it will destroy his business.
What do you like? The brain from Pinky and the Brain?
Yes. Listen. I'm gonna take over Las. Listen. First of all, it's illegal to have goldfish in shows, so the city will shut him down. Okay.
He doesn't have the right permits.
Yeah, he doesn't have the right permits. The monkey alone is gonna. That's it. Animal rescue is gonna be here. Cruelty. Peter's gonna be on his ass. It's over. His whole business is. So that's my idea, folks, about this. No?
I mean, if it is your idea, you just told everyone.
Oh, sheesh. See, this is the problem with podcasts. You know what I mean? This is the problem. All right. Anyway, back to something serious. So we've got the guys coming in.
Yes.
And you guys are going to really enjoy them. We just want to say very quickly, the Usher show, and again, everything we talk about in this show targets a particular audience. And I know there's a lot of black women, men out there who are wondering what's happening in the city. New Edition
is coming
out.
I'm really excited about that.
New Edition. I'm really excited about that show.
You mentioned Usher. Usher's been here for a while and
Bobby,
he's staying.
Yeah, and I'm very happy because I talked to Bobby about this, Bobby Brown about this years ago. While we were, he's a good friend of mine, but while we were on set on something, I said, Bobby, why aren't you guys in Vegas? Why not do a residency? And I'm glad, almost 10 years later, Bobby's coming out here with New Edition.
It's hard to maintain groups. Girl groups, guy groups, it's hard to maintain them. And, I said it's actually interesting that we're bringing this up because, that's why I absolutely adore the Black Magic Live cast. They just have fallen in line and have created such, they're always good friends.
They're good guys.
Yeah, whether they're here, whether they're former dancers, they all sort of remain in touch. And
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
We worked really hard on making sure.
Well, here's the thing. I think, Eureka, that male groups tend to be, because men are not as complex as women are.
No, they're not.
They're pretty simple,
yes.
And once they connect.
Now that I have a girl show, I love the guy group.
Yeah. And
I love the girls too, but I absolutely love the guy
but once they connect, I mean, these guys have been like almost brothers for a very long time.
And they fall into it so easily.
They do. The women are a little, for our Black Girl Magic show, we've had, and we're going to bring them on next week, as a matter of fact. Because they're amazing too. Those girls.
This group.
This group is amazing.
Yes.
They're an amazing. Oh, you got.
Yeah.
It's also my favorite show here. It's another favorite show of mine.
Yes.
Okay.
I host that show.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And it's a fun, very sexy. It's not topless. It's not bottomless. There's no.
But you don't feel like you missed the thing.
But you really don't.
No.
It's an amazing
I
show.
I love the feedback that I get for that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's easier always for men because for that show, the Black Girl Magic show, we've had to go through.
Oh yeah, casting. You've got to find the right formula.
The right pocket.
Yeah, the personalities. It makes such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular group though, I can't wait till we interview them because we kind of. You just kind of bounce off of each other.
The Black Girl Magic.
Yeah, there's never any, it never gets weird.
It never gets weird.
No.
All right, let's bring the Black Magic Live guys, and you guys are really going to enjoy them. All right, so we are back with the cast of Black Magic Live, everybody.
What's up?
Let's hear it for the guys. Black Magic, yes.
What's good, baby? What's good, baby?
Well, first of all, guys, this is your first time with us, and the ladies have been asking to have you guys come on the show and talk a little bit. So we're going to start with first a simple introduction. Eureka, can you introduce the fellas?
Yes, I'll start all the way from the right. We've got Locks to the far right, who have been with us since day one. right? He's the OG of the group.
And these are their stage names,
Yeah,
correct?
these are their stage names. And we've got Hercules over here next to me, who is one of our newest members from Toronto,
Thank you.
right? Yes,
Stand up.
we're happy to have him. We've got Foreplay over here, who's been with us a very long time as well. And Model, all the way to the left there, who's also been with us for quite some time.
Full play, Model, Hercules, and
And
Locks. All right, so these are the guys that, and of course we've got Kofi, who's now, a couple of guys who's not
Yes,
here
yes.
right now, but these are our core guys, and the ladies just absolutely love these guys.
Yes, they do.
Okay, and every night they've got, they perform 4 nights a week. Is it Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays? Well, no, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays,
And Tuesday.
Tuesday nights.
Yes.
And here's the great thing: these guys are the only. This show is the only all-black
Male
review show in the city.
Yes.
And we're going to talk to these guys about a couple of different things, about their personal lives, kind of what is going on there, what it's like living in Vegas, and being stars of one of the most popular male review shows in the city. Let's start with let's start with well. Let's start with Hercules. Since Hercules is
our newest member.
Our newest member,
Yeah, we got
Hercules.
fresh eyes.
So Hercules is from Toronto.
Yes, sir.
And Hercules is one of the more popular performers here at the show. Has a huge Instagram, social media following. So Hercules, tell us a little bit about your background, a little bit about what it's like living here in Vegas. Floor is yours.
All right. Well, I want to escape the snow first and foremost. That's why I came to Vegas in the first place. But my first love before dancing, for real, was, basketball.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
You play basketball.
Yeah. So I committed to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. That's UNLV when I was 16 years old. So I had a lot of ties out in Vegas right away, and I fell in love with the city even back then. Ended up not going there by the time my senior year came around, and I had an opportunity to move, and I was like, you know what? Vegas feels like the move, and I'm here right now, and it feels really good, for real, sincerely.
Oh, wow. I never knew you played basketball. As a matter of fact, wait a minute. You're also a sports guy.
Football, yes.
Okay, so Foreplay, tell us a little bit about.
All right, well, I played a little bit of football in San Diego, Oceanside High School, if you know about it. Go Pirates. Went to JUCO, got hurt a little bit. Went to San Diego State a little bit, got hurt.
Now, what position did you play?
Wide receiver. I was a 9.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver, yes, on the outside.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have to be really fast and
Yeah,
agile.
you gotta be fast, and you actually have to be smart because you gotta read the defenses. You know what I'm saying? So you can pick your spots, this and that. So it was one of those things that I kind of fell in love with, but it wasn't something that ultimately got me to my goal. And,
Got it.
I came to Vegas and Black Magic.
Is it?
it.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And almost, 5 years now you've been
Yes,
with us?
yeah.
About 5 years.
Yes, sir.
So, Model, speaking of sports, Model, you're a boxer.
I did some amateur boxing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did
Boxing is boxing.
yeah, some amateur boxing. I was 17, 18 years old. I didn't go pro. Just something to stay in shape and just get my skills up.
Okay.
Fighting a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And where are you originally from?
Los Angeles, California.
Okay. Speaking of Los Angeles, California, on our far right, we've got the one and only. We call him the OG because, he's actually had one of the longest stints here at the Black Magic
Yes.
Live show.
Since our very first
Triple
Las
OG,
Vegas show.
double OG.
Triple
Yeah.
OG, Locks. We got Locks here. So, Locks, were you, so we've got 3 sports guys here. I don't really hear you talking sports much, but did you do sports or do you?
Yeah, I played high school. I played football.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to college, but I had a baby in high school. So I figured that she didn't need me more than me chasing my dream. But I kind of regretted that time, so I don't really talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Now,
Got
you
it.
are of African descent.
Yes.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
I don't know much about my background about the African descent, but I know I did the little what's
The
that called? The
DNA
little
thing,
DNA
yeah.
thing. But a lot of Nigerian popped up on there. So
Now, where's your dad from?
my dad from he's Nigerian. Yeah.
He's Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're Nigerian.
I just wanted to
You ain't
make
need to
sure.
go to. You ain't
He
need to
said,
go
"I wanted to
to.
make
You ain't need to
sure."
go to ancestry.com. I'll be living with you.
never know.
Right.
What was the rest? What was the rest?
Oh,
It
you.
was some, hey man, it was some stuff on there, some wells, and it was some. It was a lot of little different things.
It's good ingredients.
You're like, I'll skip this, skip
Oh,
this, skip that.
wow.
I didn't know that. Was,
Yeah. So your dad is African,
Yeah.
and did you grow up with your dad?
No, I didn't. I
Okay,
grew up
that's
with my stepdad.
You
yeah.
grew up with your stepdad.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And your stepdad is American.
Yeah, he's American, yeah.
Black American. Okay, great. So let me get back to Hercules. So Hercules, basketball was one of your passions and your love.
yeah, still is.
And then you started sort of delving into entertainment.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about your love for entertainment and what kind of got you
Yeah.
involved in that?
Man, honestly, it was like I first realized it once I got into the pros. I'm trying to articulate this the best way I can, right? Even when I wasn't the best player on the teams I was on, which was usually most of the time, but if I wasn't, I was always a fan favorite. You know, so people really had like a connection to me through my passion. You know what I mean? Like I lose myself in the moment, and I think people appreciate effort. You know, just genuine effort, even when you don't have a great game or a great performance. You know, people can tell when you're giving it everything you got. So entertainment was like just second nature. You know what I mean? And I do everything from.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt you. Can you tell, because they can't really tell from the, how tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
He's tall.
That's
Want some tall babies?
Big ass.
that's a big
got
boy
one on the
right
way.
there.
I'm 6'3".
6'7", 6'7",
He is
right.
very tall.
How tall are
6'5",
you?
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", to be honest.
6'2",
Oh, 6'2".
okay.
I like to be 6'5" on
In your mind.
Saturdays.
In your mind, okay.
Yeah.
So going back to entertainment, go ahead.
Yeah, like just to wrap it all up, really, it's I get a rush from that. Like I would say, I'm somewhat of a people pleaser. You know, I love to. It's just a natural thing. I think it's from my father, for real. That's where I get it from. He's always a charming guy, even to this day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, anything from PG-13 to XXX rated, you know, I'm very comfortable with it.
Oh, Lord.
So I do pretty good with it. So why not? You know, you're only 31 once.
Right.
Hey now.
After a while, it starts to look weird, right?
Right,
You know,
right,
it's like,
right.
so-
And model, what kind of got you interested in performing in front of a group of women?
I used to act back in the day, so it was kind of like a simple transition, different, just with my shirt off, performing, dancing.
Yeah.
Well, I first met a dancer that used to work here, and he put me onto it. I was always interested. They always told me, like, hey, you should dance. Tyson Beckford look-alike, decent body.
Now, is that why they call you model? Because of Tyson? Take your glasses off very quickly if you can. The ladies really like it.
Hey.
All right, okay, OG. All right, okay. So, yeah, Tyson Beckford, and go ahead.
I actually follow his footsteps, like fast cars, motorcycles, weightlifting. He danced, I danced, Pretty much acting brought me here. It was just something I was interested in.
Got it.
I fell in love with it ever since.
Beautiful. So Locks,
Yes, sir.
what got you from LA, which is where you spent most of your life, I'd
Right.
imagine, to move here to Las Vegas?
Well, 7 years ago, I met you guys
Yes.
Okay.
at an event DJing for you guys,
That's
me,
it.
Jamaica, and Stallion.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was already dancing in LA at the local clubs, and then I met you guys, and then we had a couple meetings, and then you guys brought me on board. But we started in Hollywood first,
That's right.
and then we had our first show out there, and then we moved out here to Vegas. So that's
So Eureka, do you remember?
I absolutely remember.
Can you walk us through that? Because I don't remember
Yes, so-
the first time we met.
You don't remember?
You
Oh,
you
my
had
Lord.
Michael J. White. It was like
Yes,
it was
we
like
were
a
doing a
celebrity,
mixer.
and it was like a lot of celebrities you had there. And,
Okay.
And we was just there. We was actually like rehearsing.
Yes.
And we got a call like, hey man, it's a movie director. He needs he need a DJ bad. And we was like, we're on our way. Send an address.
Yes. It was when we had Indie Lab. We had, if you remember, the green screen space that we had in Los Angeles. Remember the huge space that we had? And we
Yes.
would do mixers every month where we would invite other celebrity speakers.
Yeah.
You know, we had Ernest Thomas, and we had Michael J. White and Gabriel Cassius. And on one particular night, we needed a DJ, and that's actually when we met Jamaica, who was in Chocolate City. And he brought Locks with him, and we met them. That was before we actually shot Chocolate City. You and Jamaica were the very first male exotic dancers I have ever met in my life.
Interesting.
They were the first
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
crazy.
and we had already written the script Chocolate City, so we started talking to them about that.
Got it. And you guys used to perform in
LA.
In LA.
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you, Foreplay. You have a newborn,
Yes.
right? Talk to us about what it's like, and this is your first child.
Yeah.
Walk.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Right. So, you actually had your first child while you were working here.
Yeah.
Meaning you were a dancer and performing here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And you found out, and we know this because he came in one afternoon. Excited. So walk us through it. Had the little sonogram
Yeah.
thing on,
Yeah,
in,
man.
in his
We hung
it up
dressing
for a
room.
while, too.
Yep.
We got it
Yes.
hung up, taped up.
Yep.
I think as a first time parent, you go through so many emotions. Like, you lying, you ain't back there. You just try to, trap me up or whatever the case
Right.
is. But you go into the sonogram and you hear the heartbeat and it's like, oh shit, this is real.
Right.
This is
right.
real, right? You get a tear come down your face and it's like, damn, all the money I make now, everything I do is based off of him.
Got it.
I don't think for myself anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything I do, every decision I make, after the club, we drunk,
Right.
like, do we go out or are we going home?
Right.
I'm going home.
Right.
That's what my son has taught me, bro. It's okay to say no. It's okay to go home. Be with your kid.
Right.
Be with your kid.
Be with your kid. That's a public service
It's important because, there's not a lot of, black fathers out there who really implement discipline and, all the good things that life has to offer.
Right.
And, I'm still learning as a black man, as a dad, but I also have to teach.
Yes.
And it's a
balance
it's
because
a
you're
balance.
still learning about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, so I'm like, I did that same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't even, let me learn how to be a gentle parent
Right.
instead of being
Yes.
what I was taught.
Talk.
growing up,
Now,
you know what I mean?
did you grow up with your own dad?
No, I did not.
Got it. So,
Yeah.
so learning fatherhood is a new
Yeah.
step for
Yeah,
you.
it's
You're
a whole new
learning.
challenge.
Yeah, it's on the job training is what it is.
It gives me confidence coming on stage.
Really? That's
Take-
an interesting.
Yeah, because when we do our Tuskegee set, we do the prayer, right?
Yes.
We do the prayer before, and every time I'm like, nothing's difficult. Everything's a challenge.
Challenge.
That's something that I want to implement into my son.
Got it.
So
Got
every
it.
time I'm like, let's go. Boom, boom.
Right. Right.
Give it all.
Yes.
So
That's beautiful.
Never
Yeah.
give up. I love
That's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, and the interesting thing also is, I'm a dad, and I remember, I'll never forget this.
I'm not a dad, you guys.
Good to know. But I will tell you this. When I was in high school, we had an assignment to do, and the assignment was, the question was, what in this world is worth your sacrifice, your life? And you had to be honest in your narrative. So we were given this assignment, this essay to write, and that was the question. What in your life right now today is worth you giving up? If you were asked to risk your life for this thing,
What would it be?
what would it be? And I can tell you right now, I stressed over that question for a very long
were in
time.
high school.
Yeah, because I couldn't find anything. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, you could fake it and go, oh yeah, I'd take a bullet for my mom. I'd take a
Yeah.
bullet for my brother. I got, But then when you dig deep and you go, here's the gun.
Yeah.
You're standing there.
Whose
Whose
life are you going
life
to
would you
save?
take? I couldn't really come up with an answer.
Yeah,
I was
that's
honest until I had a child,
Wow.
until I had my son, and I was like, oh, that's not even a question.
yeah.
And it's not until, and most parents out there, if you have a child, you know what I'm talking about, because that's when it clicks, you know? So let me ask you this. With the ladies, and I want to pose this to each one of you guys, so I want you guys to think about this. There's a lot of pressure with what you guys do. A lot of pressure. You're on that stage, the women want you, and they want you now.
Right.
Okay, they want you right now.
Yeah.
They don't want you later, they want you now. And a lot of you guys may be in relationships, or maybe, you know, you kind of like, not tonight, you're not in it tonight. Like, how do you navigate that?
You got to think the most important thing, it should always be the most important thing, right? So my home should be my peace. If I go out and have sex with somebody, I'm fucking up my peace at home,
Yeah.
right? I can't sell my house for a hoe. Excuse my language.
Or a fun night.
Or a
Yeah.
fun night
Yeah.
because, she bad, she got a fat ass. Is it really worth it? Because you're jeopardizing the time you spend with your kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your home. Everything.
Right.
Everything has to come into play. How your kids feel. If you break up with your girl, how your kids are gonna feel? They're gonna cry. They're gonna be like, oh, when am I gonna see daddy?
Right.
You got another man raising your kids. Who wants that as a man? Right? Nobody does. So as a new father,
That decision is
yeah,
clear.
like it's
to you.
clear. Like
Right. I'm not going to jeopardize that.
You ain't thinking
What
for
a-
the moment.
yeah.
What
For the
about you,
moment.
Hercules? What about you?
I mean, you know, I'm a real, excuse me, spontaneous guy for real, you know what I mean? I might be the yin to foreplay's yang, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm a faithful guy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm single, so I can do what I want, ready to mingle. I just try to be as selective as possible and as, you know, careful as possible.
As
you know what I'm saying?
responsible as possible.
Yeah, you know, safe sex is the best sex, you know what I'm saying?
better wear latex.
Before you get that latex to say, you know,
Became a rap group. Okay.
so, you know, ladies, you know what I'm saying, if you want to come to the Black Magic Show, this isn't like a hookup type of place, you know what I'm saying? But,
Right.
you know, if you serious, you know, holla at your boy. You heard? Let's go.
Wow.
To the OnlyFans.
He just slid the application there. Friend application.
So, Lox, tell us a little bit about your
Okay, so-
perspective. You're one of the older group members here in terms
Yes,
of
sir.
your experience here. How do you navigate the ladies, you know, pressuring you? You know, how do you deal with that?
So I can agree with foreplay, but at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. I've been doing it, well, now almost 12 years now. I've been dancing. So how I do things is how I was taught was I made my mistakes in the beginning. You know, been doing it a while. You know, it's temptation, but at the end of the day, you don't want to kill the fantasy. You're the fantasy. So if you give yourself up that fast, then you killing the fantasy. She can just move on. She already done had you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless you have a personal connection with at least that one person.
Right.
But I'm speaking in general for the different ladies that's flying over the world coming to see our show. I'm gonna leave it right here. I want them to think I want them while I'm here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Most
So,
definitely.
because I want to connect with them in here. But once I'm out of here, then I'm gone. But that's my way of thinking of things, and it's been working for me as well.
That's a good
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
That's a good
Break
perspective.
yourself.
Fantasy.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that model? How do you navigate? You know, they call you the model, so clearly ladies are going to be like, "Oh, he's cute. I want him." How do you deal with that?
I'm single, childless.
Wait, say it a little louder.
That's a
Say
flex.
it with your chest.
Single, childless, but I am disciplined. So
Yeah.
I come to work. You know, we gotta stay fit, eat healthy, get sleep, work out, and I'm pretty much a homebody. So you know, it's not too bad. Come to work, you know, greet the ladies, treat them with respect, and I go home. I don't hang out like that. So.
God.
I noticed
Yeah, and I gotta say, and I have to say, guys, every single one of these guys are actually being 100%.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, what they're saying right now, we have observed that he does go home.
Yeah.
every night.
Yes.
He is very responsible. 95% of the time, the ladies are clawing at him. He heads home to. He talk about actually.
I like that. It's funny when foreplay gives us a look. He's like, "Can you help me?
Actually,
help me to leave."
actually, his rap game is when a woman comes and starts talking to him. He goes, "Oh yeah. So let me show you my baby photos."
All the time. Oh my God.
And then the lady
Kills
goes,
it.
"Okay, all right, baby." All right.
Oh, I'm like, oh, it worked.
And Hercules is absolutely correct, okay? He is ultimately friendly, very nice, but very responsible, very respectful. And Locks is very correct in his assessment as well, because because of his experience, we've actually watched him evolve and really become a lot more focused and responsible in terms of the engagement. Listen, it's a male review show. The ladies are always going to be on these guys. And let me tell you something, when these guys take their shirts off and it's a whole nother situation.
First of all,
Wasn't your court.
they go nuts when they come out in their
pull up.
suits. The girls go crazy.
So
Look at this guy.
so Hercules, let me ask you a question. And I'm gonna pose this to each one of you guys. So, well, before we get to that, before we get to that question. Yeah, well, all right, fine. We'll get to that question. We'll get to that question. We'll get to that question. What do you look for in a woman?
Okay.
What do you look for in a woman?
Seriously wise or just
as far as your relationships
Okay.
Yeah, I can
are
answer that.
concerned, as far as your relationships are concerned, what do you look for in a woman?
I mean, I can answer that crystal clear. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a good-looking guy. I attract good-looking women. I would say my flex is that I attract high-quality women, but that's not even enough. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have common interests. Like, if we're into basketball, like, you know, hanging out, you know what I'm saying, go to a bar, like whatever it is, just a common interest, food, it makes spending time with you easier. When we don't have, I've been in a situation where, okay, guys, she looks really good arm candy, everybody's like, yeah, looks great, but hanging out with her is a chore for me.
Got it.
You know what I mean? When we have common interests, now it's like, all right, now we're just kicking.
vibing,
I was going to do this without you anyway, so
Right,
we're
let's
just
go
gonna
do it together.
Yeah.
Right. That's a
And that's
very
hard to
good.
find.
That's
Yeah.
a good
That's hard
response,
to find.
and you're absolutely right. That is hard to find.
Yeah.
Locks, what do you look for in?
I like that. I like that too. What he was saying, like somebody I connect with. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get tired of you, but my real thing is like pure love. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody that's honest about their love and genuine, because of what I do. You get what I'm saying? You can say you